Hey there everybody, Foxy Fern here, and welcome back to part 2 of our stream for animating this cute little ox. Let's see what we have so far. Yeah, it's always one of those things where when I take a couple days away from something and then I come back to it, either it's a lot worse than I remembered or a lot better than I remembered. This time, I guess, it's alright, considering I had a little bit of a rough start with my progress and didn't work on it terribly long. So I'll take it. But in any case, good morning, Tom. Nice to have you as usual. How are you doing this fine Thursday morning? Looks good so far. Thank you very much. So yeah, like I mentioned at the end of our last stream, the things I want to focus on today are actually getting like the arcs of the feet right. Like these back legs don't lift up off the ground too much right now, and so we want to get that all situated. And there's like a big difference between the frame here and here with that front left foot. Stuff like that I want to take care of and make sure we've got like our overall body motion looking pretty good too. Excuse me. I have such bad allergies. It's just a constant struggle over here. Oh, 1 second. Coffee is being made. I need to go drop off my mug real quick. I'm a bit sick, unfortunately, but watching the streams always cheer me up. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to hear that cheers you up. I hope you feel better soon. Sorry to hear that. I haven't been sick in a while, thanks to all this staying indoors I've been doing over the last year, but I am not a fan of being sick. I will be right back, you guys. Jeremiah says, "Hey, I made it. Welcome, Jeremiah. Glad to have you on the stream. Always nice to have some new faces, so to speak." Let's see here. Okay. So let's check our video reference. Let's look at this guy here. This is the slow motion one, so the timing isn't super perfect for what we want. But I mostly just want to make sure that our body is doing what we want it to do. Obviously, I'm animating in IK, so it's like a little bit separated out as like two entities, but I want to make sure I make it look like it's one. Oh, ha! White Shadows, hi. How's it going? I thought your name was Jay, so the Jeremiah threw me off, and I can't see your avatar. It's too small on my computer, on my second monitor for the chat. So, but hi, welcome to the stream. All right, I want to get in just a little bit of this head motion here. So let's take a look at our reference. So he's kind of leading with the head. We can see the head coming up just a bit before the torso. And this is why it's really good to use video reference, because, a lot of people might think, oh, the head should like bob after the body, and in a lot of cases, like especially in humans, that might be true, but in the case of a big animal like this, he's probably leading with his head more, so we want to make sure to incorporate that. So the down position of the head here, we'll take note, is when he's got 3 feet planted and this one back foot is off the ground. So let's go ahead and do that. Which, you know, our animation kind of gets us there a little bit already, but not quite all the way. And I am still going to make his, like, his actual head part face forward. So it's good that this is, like, in a global setting here on this head so that I don't have to counter animate that or anything. Let me know if the music is too loud or too soft or anything like that. I'm never like actually listening to my stream at the same time, so I don't know what it sounds like to you guys. You don't want me to listen to my stream at the same time because then it would just be like this endless echo. That would be terrible. Okay, so here is our down spot. And I could look at the video reference, but I'm just gonna like cheat and just know that the up portion is about halfway through the animation. Make sure those curves are smooth there. All right, never mind. I'm just gonna double check here. I say I know what I'm doing, and then I don't. Okay. So there's our up position. I was close. It was maybe like a frame too late. But let's exaggerate that a little more. Which means we gotta fix our keys here. Oops, not that one. Yeah. I think that just adds a little bit to this. Let's also check our X rotation here. Should be like sort of rotating down as he's lifting off the ground and then rotating up as he's coming down. And this is like a little bit where our overlapping motion comes from, is the rotation on the body here. That was too much. Now, as far as like the Z rotation goes, it's a little... Animals are going to be more steady quadrupeds than like a human. You know, a human's hips go up and down based on which foot is on the ground. But since the animal essentially has like 2 legs on shoulder and 2 legs on hips, they don't have as much time just on one foot than the other. But let's just add a little bit here. You just want to make sure you remember to animate in all axes, and that will really give your animation a much more organic feel. If you just stick to one axis, it's gonna make it feel a bit robotic. So the thing with this rotation here is, since the legs are kind of going pa-da, 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 pa-da. It's kind of like a swung beat there on both the front and the back. It's the rotate Z is probably not going to be perfectly even, like as far as, you know, halfway between, or half the animation between each key. The other thing we want to do here is as this back leg is pushing off, we want the Y rotation just a little bit here. Same with when this other foot is pushing off. I really need to get myself a 4K monitor so that I have more space to look at this graph editor. I don't got that kind of money though. I mean, I suppose I do, I just don't want to spend it. Yeah, he's running to the beat. Well, kind of. Okay, let's make sure, first of all, let me save our file. And let's make sure this is still looking like he's planted on the ground. Something's not quite right here. What did I do? The front left foot is sliding in the beginning. I might just cheat this and like hand key it. Oh, well, that would explain it. For some reason, our linear translation got turned off. Maybe that's what happened to this guy too. Let's find out. Nope. I just messed it up. I think it's because we haven't gone back to polish this yet. Can never have too many monitors. This is true. Either too many monitors or too big of monitors. No such thing. I don't have either. Maybe we ought to play with the hips here. Or this. Oh, God. It looks so bad. This is what happens when you use free rigs. Why is that not affecting his ankle here? That's so weird. Yep. Thank you. Oh, hot. Hang on. Okay. Can you set it down here, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Thanks. Coffee has been delivered. That would have been fun if I dropped my coffee all over myself on stream and Yeah, glad that didn't happen. This is what happens when I get up early, is I'm not thinking clearly. Alright, I'm gonna look at this reference again, because I don't think he kicks his feet up that high. No, he doesn't. He just kind of goes bloop. So if we look at his back leg here, it doesn't really go out too far past where the end is here. Runs out of room screaming. Yeah, that would be bad. Very, very bad. Let's not do that, huh? Let's go back to muting this guy. Just so I can better look at this. Yeah, that's way too high. Maybe about here is where we want to go. It's okay to exaggerate it a little bit, but I don't want to get too carried away. Actually, I'll delete that for now. See what happens if we just flatten out this curve here. But we don't want our translate Y to be down on the ground till he's up front here. So let's grab that. Still maybe a little high. Oops. No. That's not what I want to do. Rotate X. There we go. Maybe let's add just a smidge of a heel rotate here. All right, we're also going to check the back view and see what our translate X is doing here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Well, let's fix that. All right, the question is, let's take a look at our reference here. It's probably going to be hard to tell exactly what their legs are doing in translate X. So we might just end up making this up a little bit. Maybe going with like how humans do, perhaps, where your feet are closer to each other when they're on the ground, since like they're planted and they're not at risk of like, you know, hitting each other on the ankle. So we might just incorporate that and then have them spread out a little as they are going through the air. Yeah, that's kind of what they're doing. One thing I like to take note on quadrupeds is you can see their front legs. They've got this nice little, like, they're not just angled straight up and down when they're coming forward. They're like, this is an exaggeration, but they're sort of going like this, like they're angled in at each other. They're sort of crossing over. So definitely want to incorporate that. That is for the front legs anyway. The back legs, we'll do like a little bit of a angle when they're coming through the air, but it's not as prominent for sure. Why does this look like it's translating in X? Oh, because I have the wrong thing selected. And I wouldn't probably do it, huh? Alright, let's get this a little closer here. And then we'll copy that and paste it here so that it's not sliding around on the ground. Let's see, same thing here. Might actually be a little too far in, so let's scoot that out. This is the fun thing about Quadruped is we get to worry about 4 different legs that are touching the ground and experiencing knee popping and having to travel through the it's not only, I think it's more than twice as hard as animating a human walk cycle, because it's not like just animating 2 human walk cycles. It's like, oh, but it has to look like the same creature, so it's extra hard. That is some good coffee. Yeah. We got this stuff called Alma coffee from Georgia that my roommate found out about through a another YouTuber, Adam Raguseo, I think is his name, and he was talking about this coffee and how it's I want to say it's like some natural process kind of thing. Oh, what about octopus? Yeah. Oh god. Haven't even tried that. But yes, you're right. Tentacles. Tentacles would be another thing. I do not have access to an octopus rig, so until I do, I'm not even gonna think about trying to animate that. Alright, so one thing we also want to do with like the hips is, much like on a human, we want them to come forward with the leg as it's setting down and back with it when it's taking off. So of course, now we're getting really weird looking shapes here. Interesting that the hip, I wanted it rotated that way in both of these situations, huh? Yeah, weird. Okay. So the rig works, I guess. Just didn't like its default position. Did that even change anything? Oh, weird. This is... Aha! That's our culprit. It's not actually pointing the direction I thought it was. I don't actually want this to translate in and out, I don't think. So we're just going to leave that a straight line. And this is probably the guy we want to affect. An octopus walking on the ceiling. There you go. Yeah, I suppose that would be interesting because, like, all of its squishy bits would be, like, pulling down from the gravity. So that would be extra interesting. That would be a true test of my animator skills. Okay, I think that's in a pretty good place for us to move on to the other back leg. Oh no, did I somehow lose my linear keys again? What's happening here? Yeah, this doesn't look quite right. What did I do? This is 45. Oh, I think this is the last key, right? And -9. 54. Is that right? Is that what we settled on? I think it is. Let's just double check again and make sure it's not sliding around. It's almost okay. Why is it not quite okay? That's weird. Oh, it is fine in translation. It's just rotating it while it's on the ground, so we'll fix that. All right, let's turn this off again. It doesn't matter whether that control is on or off if we're at our front view, but side view, it does matter. Stupid body issues. Bodies suck, you know? It's amazing that we don't die every time that we drink a glass of water because the wind hole is right next to the water hole. And I don't know about you guys, but the number of times that water goes down the wrong way, it's amazing I'm still alive. I'll just leave it at that. It just seems like a bad design, man. Weird. Okay, so there's an IK for his back ankle, and I want his hip to, or his knee to sort of rotate out here, but it doesn't really look like it's doing what I want it to. So I might just leave it there. Oh my god. Why is my nose always so itchy when I'm streaming? I think it's like the conscious awareness that I'm on camera and I'm like, don't itch your nose, and then my nose gets itchy. That's the way life goes. Alright, let's give this guy the same treatment with his little toe roll here. Oh man, I thought I was getting rickrolled for a second. It sounded like the beginning of Never Gonna Give You Up. It really does sound like it. I was like, no, can't play that on stream. Royalty-free music only. Okay, I think I like the rotation better on this back leg here, how I have it in more of a, like I was saying, how it's kind of like angled in, so I might do that a little bit more with the other one too. Yeah. I really don't want them to be perfectly identical. Like, if you are going to go a copy paste route, I recommend like copying and pasting and then, you know, tweaking the curves a little bit on whatever you pasted. Because if it's like perfectly symmetrical, that's how your character is going to feel more robotic and less organic. It's okay to have a loop like I'm doing, but if like even at that, like if you can, if you're working on a game that allows you to do like a double loop, if they don't care about like the actual overall length of the animation, they only care about the speed of the character, then you can double your loop and you can tweak the frames in your second loop, like how high a foot comes up or how much the torso twists or something like that, to just kind of give it a slightly varied motion during the second loop. Because again, in reality, we never run exactly the same twice. So, but like with the animation, you know, you can't you can't always incorporate that. Hello, Pawan. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. How are you doing this fine morning or evening, whatever it may be where you are? It is 8:30 in the morning here, so my day is just getting started. I think this rotates back a little too soon, so we'll tweak that there. Cool. All right, let's start working on our front feet. I see a little bit of popping happening. What is this? Maybe it's just because we've got the... Nope, I still see it. It's this guy here. It's maybe rotated just a little too much. That's better. Yeah, all right. Let's get to work on this front leg here. So we'll take a look at our video reference. So we'll notice that the angle between the elbow and the wrist, so to speak, is pretty straight up and down right here. And that's like maybe a frame or two before it comes off the ground. Keep in mind this video is in slow motion. So let me see if I can grab this. Do we have another one? Oops. Yeah, we don't have another close-up of like real time really, but this one straight up and down, and then 1, 2 frames and he's off the ground. Or let's see, I think it was this one that I was looking at last time, but again, it's like kind of far away. So straight up and down, and then 1, 2, he's off the ground. Okay. So this is the spot where it should be fairly straight up and down. We might end up just like moving our translate Z a little here. Oof, this is gonna be tricky with this like weird control that we have here. We might need to adjust this. Or let's check out our up and down. Actually, yeah. Ugh. This shoulder, man. It's not the greatest. What can we do with this? That is too high energy for the morning. Let's make sure these guys are taken off at similar spots. Let's see, that's 18. This one is 22. It's close enough, probably. Maybe we'll back this one up just a smidge. They don't really look like they're landing at... okay, I see what the issue is. Our left front foot is like reaching more forward before it touches the ground. Yeah, and then our left one is not, so that's why they look a little inconsistent right now, but we'll worry about that later. Let's get just a bit of a toe roll here. I don't know why that rotated in all those axes, but I don't think I want that to happen. All right, so unlike the back foot, the front foot really curls up here. You see this like J shape pretty much. Whereas like the back feet, it's just kind of like bloop, just the little hoof pokes out. So let's incorporate that. And it kind of hangs out here as the front elbow is pulling it forward. And then it straightens out right before he hits. Ah. Maybe we'll do a little bit more. Oops. On this one. No! That one. Hmm. A little bit too drastic of a jump between here and here. So let's smooth that out. We kind of just want his hoof to go like flick, like he's just flicking off the ground. Bloop. So I think my issue is it maybe goes backwards a little too far in this first frame here. And maybe up a little too high as well. Bloop. There, that's a little more of a flick. Oops. All right, so this frame before he lands, take a look. We really want him to reach out kind of beyond where it's actually gonna land, so our little dude actually has pretty stubby legs compared to this real bison. Call him Stubbs. So we can see here the front hoof almost touches the ground as it's coming through. Like it's really up and then it kind of goes down and then it sort of goes back up again. And we don't have that right now, so let's fix that. Alright, now for the translate X. Oh, this isn't looping here, is it? Or something's up. Oh, we've just got an extra key. That's what's going on. He looks kind of funny from the front, doesn't he? He's coming for you. Oh, God. I don't know. It looks really scary in orthographic view. Whoops, that was not the right button. I'm also just realizing we probably don't want his toes pointed perfectly forward. Again, it's hard to tell from our video reference exactly what's going on there since we don't have like a close-up of the foot on the ground, like just like a flat ground. It's either in the snow or the grass. But just based off of experience, even if it's not quite right, I'm going to rotate the hooves out just slightly so that everything's not directly pointed forward, because chances are, whether it's in or out, like no creature is going to be perfectly straight. I can't imagine that they would be rotated in unless there was like something wrong. So that's why we're going to go with slightly outwards rotation here. And then when he picks his feet up, yep, that all looks good. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that to the back feet too while I'm thinking about it. Probably a little more so on the back feet than the front feet. Just a guess. Not really sure. I kind of messed this guy up, didn't I? He's not reaching out in front of himself at all. Oh no, what'd I do here? Oh no! I accidentally saved a key. Ah, okay. I was like, I don't remember it being that bad. Alright. Copy that. Paste here. And then I think it's plus equals 54. Yeah, that's probably right. But now it looks icky. Icky poo. What did I do, guys? Let's see, how many keys are you supposed to be on the ground? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? How many keys are you on the ground, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Aha! Therein lies our problem. Wait. Now it's not. Wait a second. What have I done? It does look linear. Oh, wait. No. Ah! Okay. I messed up. Let's turn our grid back on. See if his foot is sliding. It is not sliding. Interesting. But neither is the left foot. What do we got here? We've got 23 and 21. Oh, okay. That's because the front and back feet are 45. Or, yeah, they're on the ground for 6 frames instead of 7, which means they're only translating 45 instead of 54. So we'll just save the key here, because clearly with my little foot roll thing, that was where I intended the planting frame to be. So that's better. Yeah. Now I bet I messed up all of this, didn't I? Yep, I sure did. All right. And back feet, gonna need a little bit more TLC on there, because they just, to me, it kind of looks like they're strobing. Like I can't tell which foot is which. And we should be able to. So I'll just want to do some tweaking there, make sure they're not following the exact same path. But let's tackle this other front foot first. So here's where it should be straight up and down. Oops, not at control. Let's translate the shoulder first. Looks like I already did. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Nope, nope, that was the IK. Don't want to do that. Here comes the drop. Dance party in the morning. So yeah, I've got enough energy now. I've had some coffee in me. Oh. I guess if I'm not careful, I'm gonna give away where I work, guys. Shh. You saw nothing on my coffee logo. Actually, I'd be really impressed if anybody could see what that was and knew what it was. But I don't really care that much anyway, so. I'm sure you could find out if you really wanted to. Yeah. Alright. There's some business happening here. Why? It's really weird that this is rotating as much as it is. I don't know if that's because... Oh, okay, yeah, it's because of this guy. So let's take care of that. Remember, we want to do a little shoop. Delete that. Oh god, what have I done? I'm gonna put this in motion just for a minute. Why is that popping so much here? I guess we need to do... Oh, what's happening? Maybe it's our... Oh, well, for starters, this should not be a thing. Should not be rotating till the foot is off the ground. All this is rotating. No bueno. And Z should be zeroed out here. It's like our knee is like getting inverted here. What is happening? How did this happen? What on earth? Okay. Ah. I don't know why this is a thing. What did we do for this guy? Huh. Oh my god. Why is it... Alright, that's good enough, I guess. I think maybe part of our problem here... Oops. Right view, not left view. Is... Now it's like... Why is our knee backwards, man? What's happening? Oops. This guy. Whoa! Holy cow. Ha! Unintentional. Just got my own joke. This shoulder... I wish it wasn't like inside his belly, but I don't know how to fix this. Because if I rotate it out, to, like, what is happening? That's definitely not what we want. This rig is, it's not the worst, but it's also not the best. I really don't want to rotate his shoulder that far forward because we didn't have to do that on the other one. I don't understand. I guess let's just copy and paste this and see how far that gets us. I guess maybe I did rotate it quite a bit. Oh god, except that's the wrong direction. Let's do positive. There we go. Yeah, okay. I don't like that drastic of a change over one frame, but as long as it doesn't look like a drastic change, I guess it doesn't matter. Because I definitely still want his leg to be straight here. And if I, you know, delete this key, then it's going to do that, and that's pretty awful. All right, let's just go with it, guys. Maybe it's a smidge too much. Ah! Oh my god, what just happened? Oh my god. I just... QuickTime... I fight with QuickTime. I have a love-hate relationship with it. It doesn't help that it's been completely abandoned, but... you know, there's not a lot of programs I can use where I can like frame by frame through my video reference, so QuickTime it is. Anyway, just gonna pull up this reference again, just double checking that I'm right with my assumptions. Flick. All right, let's turn this up again. That is some ugly pop happening here. I'm not sure why I'm having so much more trouble with this leg. What is even going on here? Just problematic. Like, I don't even know what to do to fix this pop. I don't know what's causing it. That's a little better, I guess. thought there was gonna be another drop. That was a disappointment. I guess song was over and I didn't realize. Oops. Ah. All right, let's start putting some motion trails on these feet. Make sure it's looking okay. Let's see. Did I give myself a hotkey? Yes, I did. Huzzah. This is probably when I should get Animate so I can actually see what my spacing is on my keyframes. Mine will only give me visual feedback on the frames that I have keys on, except for like if I scrub through here, you can see the difference between the red and the blue. But outside of that, like I can't see precisely where the keyframes are, which is a huge bummer. So I guess I should pay for Animate, but it's like, what, fucking $30 a month or some crap like that? Oh, God, I can't. It's too much. And right now, I really only use the motion trail feature of Animate. I should probably really look into using some more features. But I don't have that kind of time, guys. Whoops. That was too far. Why is it sliding around again? What happened? That's not cool. Here's our culprit. It's gonna be fun once we get into animating like his ears and his earring and stuff, like, and his tail. I think that'll really bring this character to life, but the most important part is getting the body mechanics down, and then everything else will fall into place. Believe you me, it took me a long time to get past the whole like, but I want to do the fun details stuff. But now I understand the importance of doing so. Body mechanics, body mechanics, body mechanics. I cannot stress it enough. Alright, we'll delete that motion trail. Check out our other foot here. So one thing I'm noticing that's different between these 2 feet is that this right foot here, we can see is like kind of lingering a bit in when it picks up, and the left front foot is lingering a bit before it puts down. So I'm not consistent with that. Let's double check here what this looks like. It's about an even lingering between when it picks up and before it puts down. So I'm gonna probably tweak both of them a little bit. That's a little better. I think I like the right foot better than the left foot here. I think I did a better job of getting this little U shape that he does. So let's see if we can incorporate that a little more. I want his leg to stay a little straighter through here, I think. Double check once again. Yeah, see how his between his elbow and his ankle pretty much stays straight the whole time he's on the ground. It's only this bit through here. So unfortunately the only way to fix that is by manually tweaking this shoulder, which is annoying, but oh well. that one stays pretty much straight already. There's like a little bit of popping happening here. Oops. Wrong control again. I really am not a fan of this popping stuff that's going on here. But this, like, what on earth is causing that? I guess it's maybe our translate Y is just popping up too fast here. That helped a little bit. All right, that's a little better. I guess I haven't taken a break yet, but stream is almost over, so guess I'll just power through it. All right, at this point, let's see here. I want to put a motion trail on the ankle. So if I can find, oh dear God. This is why I don't like complicated rigs, guys. All right, let's find like the skeleton of this guy. Is that up here? Looks like probably. We need the front left leg. Oh my God. But I don't know. Can we just see the skeleton? Is that... no, they don't have it visible. Cool. All right. Let's just start from the top here. Rig, roots, tail, front, rump. Wow, they didn't even name it right and left. It's just 1 and 2? Really? Come on. Okay, well that's the left. But let's see, we want motion trails on both of these. Whoa, what is that? Front toes? That's not... Oh my God. What is happening? That must be like the FK. Because that, my friends, is not lining up with what we see. Tail. Where is it? Okay. Leg. Oh my god. Why does this have to be so complicated? I don't know what it's called, so I can't just like search for it either. Ear. Come on. Okay, well that at least looks like that's correct for the back one, so maybe it's one of these? Front scapula. Okay, we're in the right. Nope. Oh my god, what is going on here? We had offset front. Oh my god. What is going on with this character? I just want to find the skeleton, man. Just let me play with the skeleton, please. Front knee. Oh my god, did we find it? We found it, guys. Finally. Okay. Let's take a note. Oh my god. How am I ever going to... Alright. I'm just gonna copy and paste that into a Google Docs real quick so that I know what to search for next time. Because see, what I wanted to do was create a locator, and then we're going to constrain it. Da, 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 da. Where is locators? There we go. Oh god, it's so tiny. Let's make it... Ah, come on. Let's make that a little bigger. So I want to constrain this. And then we'll take this locator. And let's see. How do I want to do this? All right, I'm gonna bake down the keys. Because basically I just want to track this with the motion trail. Oh no, and now I've lost my... Let's see. All right, I'm just gonna make like a quick button here. This is really rudimentary, but let's see. We'll do select. Will this work? Oh, okay. I guess I have to actually type out select. I thought maybe I could just do cell. Okay. This is so dumb, but we're gonna just put up a temporary button there. Because I do not want to go through my hierarchy and try and find that every time. That's ridiculous. So we put keys on this just so that we can track it with a motion trail, but I still want it constrained to the joint so that it will update. At least I think it will. So now if we put a motion trail on this, yes. And then what happens if... Yes, fantastic. Okay. Unfortunately, it's a little sluggish, which is maybe another reason I should get Animate. So this way now we're tracking the actual ankle and not the control, because the control doesn't always give you the best representation of what we're seeing. That does not look pretty. Let's see what happens if we rotate this like so. Not quite that much. Totally cheating this here. trying to give it a little more interest by tweaking the angles a bit. You can see from the front view here, our spacing is not very good on all of these. So let's try and tweak that a little. It's a bit better. Check and make sure we haven't messed up the left view. No, it still looks okay. All right, I think we're approaching the end of the stream here. Gotta get to doing my real work for the day. If anybody has any questions, now's your chance. Otherwise, I'll give it a couple minutes and call it a day. Probably looking at picking this up again on Saturday. I think I'll be around this weekend and can schedule something. I try to at least schedule 24 hours in advance, so stay tuned. Turn on that notification bell if you want to know when the next stream is going to be. But yeah, likely on Saturday, either Saturday or Sunday, not completely sure, but one of those days. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. As always, here is our progress so far. Let me turn off our motion trail. Still got a lot of work to do. As I said, I haven't animated a quadruped since I was in school. And like, it's coming along, but this is like the tricky part, is making all the legs look good. So we'll hopefully get that wrapped up in the next stream, and then get into the bread and butter of the details of the ears, and probably do something with the nose too, and the tail, and all that good stuff. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me, everyone. And until next time, stay foxy.